You know, it feels like just yesterday the conversation around the Kansas City Chiefs was all about doubt, right? I mean, they start the season 0-2 when everyone's wondering what's wrong. But wow, how fast things can change in the NFL. Now the question isn't about what's wrong, it's whether anyone can actually stop them. So, how on earth did this team flip the switch so fast? Let's get into it. To really get this turnaround, you gotta look past just one game or one player. This is a story about a whole team transforming itself. We're gonna break it down by looking at two huge things. First, that famous explosive offense waking up, and second, the quiet rise of a truly dominant defense that honestly might be the real secret weapon here.
Okay, so let's start with what everybody knows and loves about the Chiefs, their offense. For those first couple of weeks, they looked human. But trust me, that phase is long gone. They have absolutely found their groove again, and the result has been a straight-up offensive blitz.
And saying they're scoring at will, that might not even do it justice. Seriously, they went from kind of searching for answers to making it look ridiculously easy. And this isn't just a vibe, the numbers behind this comeback are absolutely nuts. 126 points in just 4 games. Think about that for a second. That's an average of 31.5 points a game. To put that in perspective, most teams would kill to average that over a whole season. The Chiefs are doing it right now, and it's the clearest signal you can get that their engine is fully revved up again. So what's lighting the fuse here? Well, it's a few key things all clicking at once. For starters, Patrick Mahomes is just playing on another level, leading the league in touchdowns. Just as big, the whole unit is finally healthy. Having a guy like Rashee Rice back is a game changer. You saw it right away with his 2 touchdowns last week. And that last point, that's the kicker. This kind of point total is something we haven't seen from them since their Super Bowl season in 2022. It feels like they're finding that championship magic again, but this time they've added a whole new ingredient to the mix. See, while the offense was getting all the attention, the Chiefs' defense has quietly become one of the scariest units in the league. This is the part of the story most people are missing, and it might just be the most important part. It's giving them that one thing every single championship team has to have: elite balance. Now, this idea of elite balance is so important. It's about being able to win no matter what kind of game it is. Some teams need a 40-point shootout to win. Other teams have to grind it out and hold their opponent under 10. A truly balanced team, they can win either way. And that's what makes a team a true contender. And the data shows the Chiefs have got it. Just look at these rankings. A top 5 offense? Okay, with Mahomes, you kind of expect that. But a top 5 defense in yards allowed and the third best scoring defense in the entire NFL, that right there is what should have every other team shaking in their boots. Being top 5 on both offense and defense is incredibly rare. It's the proof on paper that this is a complete football team. And these two units aren't just great on their own, they're feeding off each other. You don't have to take my word for it. Listen to linebacker Nick Bolton. He's basically the quarterback of that defense. He says it perfectly. When the offense puts up points, it gives the defense juice. It gets them fired up. But it's also tactical. It lets them play with a lead, which means they can get more aggressive, hunt for sacks, go for turnovers. They get to control the game instead of just reacting to it. It's a feedback loop of pure dominance. Okay, so we've got the stats and we've got the theory. But what does all this look like in the real world? Well, we can actually see this huge shift in perception playing out in real time just by looking at their next game against the Washington Commanders. It's a perfect snapshot of how quickly everyone has had to rethink just how good this Chiefs team is. I mean, just look at this side by side. The contrast is just, wow. The Chiefs are red hot, they're healthy, and they're at home under the lights. The Commanders, on the other hand, are headed in the complete opposite direction. They're losing, they're beat up, and their quarterback is out. It's a total mismatch on paper, and believe me, the people whose job it is to put a number on these things have noticed. And check this out. This isn't just about betting. This is a measure of expert opinion. A week ago, the early line for this game had the Chiefs favored by 5.5 points. But after what happened last week, that line shot up a full 6 points to 11.5. A jump that big is called a market correction. It's basically the entire market screaming, "Whoa, we were wrong. This Chiefs team is on a completely different level than we thought." So when you put it all together, the offense firing on all cylinders, the defense becoming a brick wall, and the experts having to completely reevaluate them, the picture becomes crystal clear. This isn't just a team having a good couple of weeks. This is a team that is systematically building itself back into a championship-level machine. So let's just recap that championship DNA, right? You've got the elite offense. We see it in the points. You've got the shutdown defense. We see it in the rankings. We heard about the synergy, that juice from Nick Bolton himself. And then there's that last piece, critical depth. Their offensive line has been banged up, but you'd never know it. Having the next man up play at such a high level, that's the mark of a truly great team.
Which brings us right back to the start. How did they flip the switch? The answer, plain and simple, is balance. It wasn't just the offense waking up. It was the rise of an elite defense at the exact same time that has turned them into a complete team that can beat you in any way imaginable. So the only question left is the big one. With all this power on both sides of the ball, are the Kansas City Chiefs once again unstoppable? I guess the rest of the league is about to find out.